Broadcast Engagement Manager for EBSCO Information Services India Private Limited. This session that we have curated today is for the users and the faculty members of the Sharda University for School of Architecture. This database session that we are aiming today is to help the students and faculty members to enhance the uses of the art and architecture database that has been subscribed by your university under the central library. And this database is provided to you by EBSCO Information Services. Just to give you a brief about the platform, EBSCO is not a publisher. EBSCO is one of the aggregators who are providing you the content from across the top-notch publishers of your subject area. So if I have to say, because of the virtual contact that we have with all the publishers, we are fortunate enough to provide you the content which is the best of the content you can access for your subject expertise. Now, I welcome all the esteemed faculty members, research scholars, and the librarians for this particular session. My contact details are on the screen, and I would request to please make a note of the details. So any point of time, if you would like to contact me for any support, I would be more than happy to assist you to the contact number that I have on my screen, which is my phone number and my email address. Now, to give you a brief about this particular database, which is Art and Architecture Complete, and I am sure as in the subject expert, we all know why it is required for us to go with an extensive database, which provides us the information about the latest trends, the changes which are happening around, and also gives me a kind of weightage to the content so that I, as a research scholar, I as a student, or even if I as a faculty member, can get the maximum benefit with these kind of resources. So to give you a brief about EBSCO, as we said, that EBSCO is one of the aggregators, and because we are partners with number of publications, and because of this, all the international journals or the Indian journals that you are referring for your subject expertise or for your research purpose are available to you at a single click. So if I have to give some examples, though I am not a subject expert for the art and architecture, but by the virtue of the experience and interacting with all the honorable faculty members from different institutes around the corner, got to know about few important content which is subscribed and used by the expertise around the campus for this particular subject. Art and Architecture Complete, as I said, it's a robust art research database which provides you full text journals, magazines, and books, which includes the indexing and the abstract. The content that we offer you is including almost like 360 full text periodicals. You have got approximately 220 full text ebooks which are related to the subject of art and architecture. We also provide you around 700 plus academic journals and magazines and trade publications, including the 220 books. And we have a collection of over 63,000 images from the subject of art and architecture. Now, when I say art and architecture is a robust subject. So when I talk about the subjects, we deal with the content related to the antiques. We talk about the archaeology, we talk about architecture and architectural history, and many more content which are a part of your regular subject studies. Now the question comes is that, I am a subject expert, or I as a student, I can always refer to the kind of content which is available on the Google platform. Why is it so that I need to rely on the platform supported by EBSCO or some other database providers? Is there a need for that kind of content? So if you have this kind of question in mind, I would simply use these three statements which I have on my next slide, which says that the first thing that you always come in mind, because we are in the ocean which is full of knowledge, as to where do I start my research from? Shall I start with Google? Shall I start with some other sources? And even if I know the sources, how do I make sure that the kind of content that I'm going to start for my research is the content which is supported by my faculties? That means, is it a peer-reviewed content? Is it a recommended content? Is it a full text content? And last but not the least, is it a genuine content? Now, when I talk about the genuinity of the content, I am sure as the faculty members who are on this session, they would say that, this particular content is always recommended when we have the content which is recommended by the subject expertise. content which is recommended along with the subject expertise around the world for the content. And definitely it has to be a full text and a genuine content. Now, once you've done with this content, the next question comes is this: how do I find the articles from journals which are not subscribed by the institute? Because believe you me in me, I have 10,000 content, but my university has subscribed to only 9,000. But my query is related to the 1,000 content which are left over. So is it possible for me to access the content without paying an additional cost? So this answer says yes in this EBSCO platform, because as I said in the beginning, we are with the robust contract with the publishers around the world are able to share the content which is subscribed from the people around the world. So how do I access the content? Now, before I tell you how you can access the content, I would also like to share here the dilemma that the honorable librarians face. And it's not that something is an easy job for them to maintain the records of the kind of content which they are subscribing. So how do I facilitate users of resources is the first question. Second is finding the articles from journals not subscribed by my institute. And thirdly is if I have certain journals or if I'm subscribing to certain journals, how do I make sure that these journals are available to my users? So for that particular service, I'm sure your librarians has created a good amount of remote services features, and a proper catalog services has been done in the library, which will help you out to give you the access of the content. Now, I would request all the users if you can check a note on the slide, which is a red color link, which says www.search.ebscohost.com. This is the by default URL for all to access the database. Though, as a user, I am sure the library and the campus has provided you a remote access facility wherein the user sitting at home, you can access all the resources which are subscribed by your university. Even though if you exclusively would like to access the EBSCO resources, so we have created a remote access URL, and the ID and password has been shared with your library. So you just have to log into the link search.ebscohost.com and you'll be directed to this particular website of EBSCOhost. Now, the moment you log up to the EBSCOhost platform, you will come across good amount of content which is available to you from your databases. Now, the question comes is, how do I serve the website? How do I access the databases? I will let you know with this. So let me take you on to the live platform search and I'll tell you how you can access the resources. So the moment you all will log into the link search.ebscohost.com, you would be directed to this URL, which is a dedicated URL for your Sharda University. Now, the moment you land up on this particular page, you will see there are two profiles which are there. The first profile says ebooks for Sharda Group, and the second profile says School of Architecture and Planning. Now, as I said that we are providing you the collection of ebooks, articles, journals, and magazines. So the users can access any information by selecting these two links. So we'll start with the first link, which is called School of Architecture and Planning. So the moment you click on the link School of Architecture and Planning, this link will take you to directly to the page. Now this page is simple page which works like a Google platform. The reason why I'm using the example of Google, because we all are accustomed of using the Google platform and we know how to access the content in Google. Yes, the same experience you're going to get on this particular platform. However, there would be something different than the Google that I would like to highlight today. So the moment you come up on this landing page, you will see this page, and we call this page a basic search screen. And as the name suggests, basic search screen is a screen where you can enter a name of a keyword, article, title, any statement that you want to add so that you can get the results. But before this result, I would also like to introduce you to some features which are a part of this platform. So if you would pay your attention on the left hand side of the screen on the top navigation bar, you can see there's an option called New Search. New Search is a place where you can click, and every time you would like to start a fresh search related to your query, you can click on this link. The next link which you see is called a link for publication. Publication link is a place where users can find out all the journals, articles, and magazines which are a part of this archive database. Now, when I use the word archive, I would like to highlight over here that the subscriptions are available to you as old as 1922, or maybe you can get the articles from a magazine which is maybe as old as we can imagine. So, if I take example of interior designing, or if I can talk example of ID, so there are magazines which are old as like 1980 or 85 when the first subscription came. You can get the details through this publication tab. The next part we have is called Thesaurus. Thesaurus part, as the name suggests, it allows you to look for some interesting keywords and related searches to your keyword. Now, the best example I would like to give over here is that I would like to know about art and architecture, but art and architecture has got thousands of things related to it. Maybe you're looking for city planning, maybe you're looking for restoration, maybe you're looking for interior designing, maybe you're looking for managing of artifacts. So every specific thing that you want, you can simply come to Thesaurus and you'll be able to get all the related articles to a specific keyword. We have cited references for your help, and then we have got the images wherein you can get all the interesting images from different content as per the keyword. And the next part we have got the indexes, where it will give you information about some documents, some reports, some information that you would like to know about the specific authors that you are following, and so forth. So let's go ahead and start with the session, and we'll talk about something more features interesting part. So now what I'll do is I would just go ahead and check, because there seems to be some people who are joining us in between. So let me just help them up to join. All right, great. So once I'm on this landing page and I can start my search, there's one request that I would like to make to all the participants. EBSCO platform is a dynamic platform, and the reason I use this word dynamic, because what I can access is everybody can access. But as a user, I would like to make my own repository. I would like to make my personal login. So there are certain add-on features that I can do with the platform. And to support you with more enhanced users and the experience, EBSCO has created a personal sign-in feature for all the users. If I have to use the statement saying that this is a mandate, it would be appropriate, because when I'm talking about, some journals, some magazines, I would like to make it my repository. I do not want to share with a group of people. Or maybe as a faculty member, I would like to make my repository so I can share it with the other users. So I need to have my personal account. In case if you all have your personal account set up, that's very good. But for the first time users, I will tell you how you can set up your personal account. So all you need to do is just come to this landing page and select this sign in option, which is on the top right hand side navigation bar. So the moment you click on this sign in option, this will take you to a page, and this page will tell you to sign up with using either your Google account. That means if you have authenticated your Gmail account, you have a choice. You can go with Gmail account. If you say that no, we do not want Gmail, but I would like to create a new username and a password, so I can go ahead and create a new username and a password also for my personal account. So you can see the moment I come on the sign in page, I have the feature sign up with Google. If you already have an existing username and password, you can use that same. If you're a first time user and if you do not want to use Gmail account, you can click create one and create a new username and a password. Now, because I have my demo account created, so I will log in through my demo account. And I'll click on sign in. Now, the moment I click on sign in, the first thing that is there for the users is this, that you will see your name on the top right hand side corner, which allows you that, this art has a personal account for you. So let me just log in over here, and please excuse me today. There seems to be a little slag with the internet, so it's taking this time. All right. So now you can see on the right hand side corner, its name says not Lakpit. That means this is my personal account. Now, whatever content that I'll search over here, it would be content that I wanted to access. So now what I'll do is I will enter a keyword over here, and let's say I take a very simple keyword over here called architecture, and I click on search. So now you can see the moment I've entered my keyword, I am directed to a page, and this page has fetched approximately 2 lakh of results which are talking about the architecture. Now the question says is, would you like to read the article which is latest one, or you want to read article which is the referred article, Maybe you want to read article which is recommended or peer reviewed. So if you have these kind of filters in mind, if you just scroll down the result page and if you pay attention on the left hand side corner, you will see there's a feature called limit to. The users can select full text articles, users can select references available, and users can also select the articles wherein you can see the publication date. So if I would like to read articles which are not from 1937, but I would want to read articles which are, let's say, from 2018, I can simply click on 2018, and what I get to know is from 2018 to 2020, where I had earlier 2 lakh of articles, and now I have 6,000 articles. And believe you me, in these are the articles which are latest articles. The second question that you might have in your mind is that I would like to sort the articles as per my choice. That means I want to have the oldest article first, newest article first. Maybe I want to know about the author specific article. I have the choice to set the articles as per the relevancy. Now, once you have decided that these are the articles that you want to go for it, I would like to show you a very interesting feature. So if you can take an example over here, this is the first article which says artisanal architecture. And when I click on the article, I came to the detail page. So I found this article is from Dr. Apurva Bose Datta. And this was published in Architectural Record on March 20. And if you just scroll down this article, you will see this article is talking about some important keywords like architecture, sustainable architecture, firms, office buildings, and so information. And then you have the abstract for this article. Now, if you would like to go and download the complete article, you have a PDF link which will allow you to download the article as a normal PDF file. But what is interesting over here is the HTML feature. Yes, I do not have a time to read the entire article, but what I want is that I should go and listen to the audio of this article so I get to know what this article is talking about. So all you need to do is, and this is, please understand, is a unique feature of HTML article, that all the articles you get in HTML, they have the choice to download this in the audio file. So if you want that, I want to download the audio file of this article, so you can either click on this simple download arrow and you can download this article. If you want to play this article, you can play this article in 3 different accents, British, American, and Australian accent, and you can plug and play this article. If you wish, you can download the MP3 of this article, and later on, if you want, you can share this file through any social app so that it can be shared among the users. Now, once you have done with this particular feature of downloading this article, I would also like to show you another feature which we have. And if you see on the right hand side page, and these are similar features which you get in all the articles you could get. So there are certain tools which are available. So remember, if you have the access of Gmail, you can save this article link to your Google Drive. If you want, you can take a printout. Email feature. Remember, if I would like to share this article to my users and I want to share it a bulk, I do not have to download it and then share the attachment. All I need to do is simply come to this email feature, and over here by default the mail would be from EBSCO. So users can put their own email ID. Email too, you can enter the recipient's email ID. So you can have 50 email IDs at a time, your subject and your comment. And the interesting part is this: how do you want to share this article? Do you want to share it to a brief citation, detailed citation? So you have a choice. And last is that we have the 9 fonts of citation available. So any particular style which you would like to go for your bibliographic record. So if you're looking for Harvard, Chicago, MLA or APA style, you can always select the citation format. And then you can share this article to the users through this email feature. Similar way, if there are some research scholars on this session, I would like to talk about the citation feature. EBSCO, we have got the bibliographic management software available, and we have got 9 fonts of auto citation. So all you need to do is, if you just want to have that particular site, you can copy this particular site from here and just paste it to your Word file if you would like to make the citations for this specific article. Similar way, if you would like to do a referencing part wherein you want to do bulk of article referencing, we have a feature which is like the export one. You can click on the export link, or you can click on this export to bibliographic management software. So if your campus is using EndNote, ProCite, Reference Manager, Zotero, BibTeX, any of the features, if you are using to export your references, you can simply do that. And all you need to do is that you can either go with bulk referencing, or you can go and do as the step by step referencing for the articles. So how the referencing is done, I will show you. So what you did, you just click on the export button and it took you to a page where it's asking you to directly export your articles to EasyBib, EndNote, ProSite, Zotero, Reference Manager, wherever you want to go for it. Allow me a minute, please. Okay. So what we can do is we can simply use the feature, and if you are using any of the softwares, you can directly export your references to it. Otherwise, if you would like, you can also use the download Noodle tool if your campus submit any Noodles. Or maybe if I do not know about the Noodle tool or any other software, I have a simple CSV file available. So I can just click on CSV and click on save, and I would be able to download this particular article into the standard protocol that I need to have for the references that I require to maintain a references file. So this way the users can download the file for the referencing part. And if you just scroll down, so you can see you have got the create note option where you can have your own notes created and add on to the article. So this is how you can look for the article to the search box first. Then you can find out the article is good, so you can read the abstract, and then you have the feature for HTML which allows you to download this article into audio file, and at times it also gives you the feature of the translation of the article, and then you have a PDF file that you can go ahead and download a simple file. Now, in case if you like an article and maybe I would like to refer this article again and again. So before I read this complete article, can I save this to my personal folder? So you will see that every article that you see, there's a small magnifying glass, and along the magnifying glass there is the blue color box. So if you just click on the box, this box will turn out to be yellow in color, which will tell you that this article has the articles that you are going to add. You're going to get the articles over here on the top navigation bar. So there's a folder icon which is there. So there's the articles get added to this particular folder. And if you want to see some more features, so you can just go ahead and check out the more features for this article. Now, if you see the left hand side, you have a choice that you want to get articles to a result or a magazine, academic journal, book review. So you can find out the source, the choice is yours. And then you also see the choice for your subject, and then you have the choice of publication, publish. So for example, you would like to read article from architecture media, or you want to get article from BNP, or you want to get article from interior design group. So you can check the publisher and you will get to know about these specific articles that are of your interest area. So this is how the users can start looking for a basic search. Now I'll talk about another feature which I am sure you all are familiar with, but maybe a recap would be interesting. I was checking out that, I would like to get an article about sustainable architecture. And what I'll do is I will enter the keyword as sustainable architecture. But I also would like to know that, with this keyword of sustainable architecture, I would also like to add some more features to it. So how do I make sure that I add more features to it? So what you can do is, if you will see, when I click on this arrow, the advanced search, I was directed to a new page. And unlike a previous checkbox where we had the one search box, now I have got multiple search boxes. And in these multiple search boxes, I have the option for and or not. That means that if I would like to club some design or some more keywords to my result page, I can have it. So for example, if I just take architecture design, let's say I take this example over here. And I will use a keyword called modernizing. So I have got these two separate keywords, and what I want is that I would like to have the result which should have all the both keywords in a single source. I do not want to have different articles with different keywords. So now you can see the beauty is this: the moment I add architectural design modernism, I found there are approximately 1000 results, and they're talking about the keyword that I have entered through the search boxes. Okay, I guess there is a question that somebody would like to ask. So, okay. If there is a question, I would request you can please use the chat option. Okay. So I was talking about the keyword to advanced search, and you can see the moment I enter two separate keywords and I have used the operator and, I found there are 1000 results which I found for these two separate keywords, but the result came into a single keyword. Now I will talk about another interesting feature which I'm sure we are working on this, but maybe at a time we might just bypass the update. Architectural design. Now, if I have to ask you this question, that would you consider architecture design as a single keyword or two separate keywords? So I'm sure everybody on the session will say no, it is a single word, because architecture design we will take it as a single word. But my answer is it's a wrong impression, because whenever we are looking for the results on these kind of search platforms, and this is with every search platform, if you go to any of the platforms, this is something which they play tricky with the results, so that you get more number of articles, the quantity gets more. So what you can do is, whenever you're working with these kind of keywords, when I'm going to enter a result like this, so the moment I entered architecture design, the system is going to read architecture design and it will give me the results with X number of articles. So if I see, I found 65,000 articles. But at the same time, this particular architecture design has been divided into two separate keywords by this platform. So the results what you're getting 65,000 is not a single word architecture design, but the result is for a keyword called architecture and design. And this is something which has been done by all the platform. This is by default a nature which all the platform they have. So normally what we request the users is that whenever you're working with these kind of art designs, keywords, and you want to make sure that the result should be a single word, not multiple words, you can put your keywords into the inverted commas. Like what I did right now, I have entered architecture design and inverted commas, and then I'll click on search. I'm not sure what number of results I'm going to get, but one thing that I am sure is that the number of results I'm going to get would be for a single keyword architecture design. So you can see where I had 65,000 results earlier, now I have 54,000 results. But then these 54,000 results are the one which are only architecture design, not architecture and design. And then if you see, I am the result page where I can go ahead and share these articles through the links, and I can read which is an HTML article, PDF article. If I want, I can just save this article. So this is how the users can find out the results through the searching of keywords that we're going to share for your advanced searching. Now let me show you something, another interesting feature, and this is talking about the publication. When I say publication, I refer to journals or magazines. I am, as I said, I'm not a subject expert, so I don't have the information about the top journals or the magazines that you are using for your research part. So what I can do in that way, I take it as a layman example. So when I click on this publication tab, you will see a new page has come up. The first search box, what you see is the similar search box where you enter your keyword and you get the result. But what you need to do is you need to select the second search box which says browsing art and architecture complete publication. And you can see there's a choice. So if you know the name of a journal, you can look it through alphabetical. If you do not know the name, but you know the subject or the description, you can put that way. Or if you know any word about your journal, you can put that way. So for example, I do not know the name of journal, but I know that subject has to be the architecture. So I will just put architecture and I click browse, and all the journals which are dealing with architecture, I'll be able to get the journal. So and these are about the journals which I have for architecture. You can see architecture and HTML. For example, you can see there's a journal of architecture, and we have got architecture Australia, or I've got architecture and urban planning. So if I just select this particular journal, architecture and urban planning, which is from 2008 to 2020, I will have all the volumes and issue of this particular journal. So you can see the moment I click on the title, I found all the journals over here. So you can see the journals which going to come up for you. So you can see the 2000, 2019, 18, 17, and all the issues are there. And if you would like to read all the volumes, just click over here. So if you just click on the volume plus sign, you will see the volume 16, issue 1 of 2020. And if you just click on this, you will see all the articles that this particular journal has got for you. Now, I would like to tell you that, this was something that I found for 2020. And now I want is that any specific update that comes on this journal, I should be intimated on this. So how do I go for it? What you do is you can just come to this share button. And when you click on share button, there's an email alert feature coming to you. So what users can do is you can come to this email alert feature, and when you come to this email alert, you will see there's a link come up, and this link will take the keyword automatically, which is architecture design, because this is the name of a journal that we are looking forward. By default, the mail would be from EPNet, because that's the mail going to come from EBSCO. So we'll take it this way. And now what I want is that, I would like to get this journal to my personal email ID, or maybe if you are a faculty member, you can support your students and add their email IDs so that they can get the journal. So what I do is I'll take an example over here from the library. So I've just taken this example of library over here, and I'll remove this email ID Neelam ma'am. So what I did, I just have taken the email for her, and I'll just go ahead and save it. So what will happen is now any point of time, if the update, okay, I'm sorry. So any point of time, if the update will come, she will be able to get the alert to her email ID. So again, just come to share button, email alert feature, and when you click on email alert, just add your email ID like this, and scroll down and just click on save. Or maybe if you want to get brief details, you can just select as per choice, and then you will be able to set up the alert for yourself for this particular journal. And once you have done this, so there is an internet glitch on my side, so it's taking this error part, and then you can set up the alert for yourself. So this way you can always get the alert and update information for the sources that you're looking to get the content from. Now coming to the indexes images part. So if you would like to get some designs or some graphics part for your uh, subject, so the users can do is they can simply come to images part, and you can just put any keyword. I'm just taking a very random keyword called design. So I'm not sure what kind of results I'm going to get over here. So I'll just click on design part, and I'll see what kind of results I'm going to get. So you can see just I put the keyword over here, and I found some 5 lakh of articles, and this talking about the images that I have related to the design. So you can be specific with your keyword, and the more specific you would be with your keyword, the more specific results you're going to get for yourself. So this was how the users can find out the searches through basic search, through advanced search, and then go for the publication. So you can find your journals, or you can find out some very interesting feature about the articles and all. Now let's talk about something different. So I will just click on new search, and I'm back on my database. So now I'll click on choose database. And remember, we had something different to talk about, which was the ebooks, which were the part of your subscription. So what you can do is if you would like to access the ebooks, so let me just sign out from the account because I'm not logged into the Sharda account. Allow me a minute, please. There is a glitch on the internet site, so it's taking this. Okay, so we are logged into this account. So what I did, I have logged into the account, and now I have selected the ebook collections that you have got to access. Now the platform for ebooks is similar to what we have done. The only difference is this, that in the previous platform we were getting journals, articles, magazines, full text and all. But in this platform you will be able to get only the ebooks. So what users need to do is, it's the same process. You can just select the ebooks first, then click on the right hand side corner on the sign in option so that you can have your personal account set up. Now this is another reason that I'm saying for the personal account, because in order to download the book or you have to access the book, you need to have your personal account. If you want to access the book online, there is no issue, you can continue without your login. But imagine if you would like to download the book for your uses part, then you need to have a personal account login. So let me just log into this account again, to my personal account. And there you can see I am on the ebooks page. Now the platform works the similar way we have been working. That means that if you know the book name, you can simply go ahead and enter the name of a book. But imagine I'm a first time user, what I'll do is I'll just scroll down, and on the left hand side I can check all the categories which are available for you for the ebooks. So assuming that we all are from the same department of art and architecture, I will just select the category of art and architecture, and I will see the details about art and architecture. So all the collection of ebooks that I have got, I'll be able to get it through the art and architecture one. So I just click on that, and I found 12 books which are talking about art and architecture. So if you just scroll down, you can see the PDF link which allows you to download the book. There's a TOC which allows you to get the chapters for the book, and if you want, you can just click on this box, blue box, and you can add the book to your personal folder which is there in this box. Now, let's say you would say that, okay, I would have some specific keywords, so I would like to know the book for that specific one. So, what I'll do is I will simply say interior architecture, and I click on search. So, the moment I enter the keyword, okay, sorry. The moment I enter the keyword called interior, maybe I will get the title, or maybe if I have to put design, and I will have the books as per my results. So you can see the titles, the more precise title you will put, the more precise information you're going to get for this. And remember, if you are logged into your personal account, you will get this link called full download. So you can click on this full download and you can download the book. Please also remember that these books are available to you for 7 days. After 7 days, this book will automatically be returned to the e-collection. And if you want to reuse this book, you have to re-download the book. And if you would like to read this book online, all the users need to have a Adobe Digital Edition on their laptops or the mobile phones installed. So if you already have this feature, just check the box and then click on this download feature, and you'll be able to download this ebook for your users part. So you can see this book has been downloaded over here, and then I can open the book, I can read the book, and I can share the book. So if you want, you can just click over here, take the PDF part, and you can read the chapters or the pages for the specific book, page by page. And at the same time, we also have downloaded the book, so I can read the book the way I want to share it. And the interesting part is this, that you have the feature to take the printout of a pages, email specific pages. You have a dictionary also, so you can check the meanings of the words. And similar way, if you want to refer this book again and again, you can have this book added to your Google Drive also. So this makes me bring to the last part of the session, wherein I would request users, if you have any question or a doubt, so you can check on that part. So let me check the chat box, and if there are some questions, I can address on that. Okay, so right now I do not see any question coming up in the chat box. Okay. Users are free now to ask the question. If you would like to ask any specific question regarding the platform, I would request you can unmute yourself and please feel free to ask any question regarding the content, regarding the platform, anything that you would like to know. So, any questions from the faculty members, please do let me know. So, any question from the users, please let me know. I'm sorry, I've just removed my screen sharing. I will just show that again. So, Neelam ma'am, if you are there on the session and if you can hear me, ma'am, I would request you, if you have come across any question, please let me know.
Can you please repeat uh, it and summarize all the steps as I have missed the initial part of the training?
Certainly, ma'am. Would you like me to talk about the ebooks or to the platform?
No, the initial part, like once we start with the EBSCO, then
Fair enough, ma'am. So,
yeah.
just to give a quick recap to everyone, what you need to do is, there's already a remote login shared with the library, so you can just go to that URL and look for the EBSCO resources. Otherwise, you can just come to the browser and type the link called search.ebscohost.com, and it will ask you for a user ID and password. The users can enter the user ID and the password. It has been shared with the librarian also. Once you will enter the user ID and password, you all would be directed to this particular page, which is a dedicated page for Sharda University. This page has got two profiles. The one profile is exclusively for ebook collection. This is a multiple subject ebook collection. So it's not only for the architecture design, but this is a multiple subject ebook. And then we have got a dedicated profile for the School of Architecture and Planning. So if you would like to get everything about School of Architecture and Planning, please click on the link School of Architecture and Planning and you would be directed to a search page, and this search page is just like a Google search page, just like you start searching on the Google. So the same way you will be able to start working on the platform. Now, when you come to the search page, you can see there's a search box. This is called a basic search box, which allows you to enter a single character at a one time. But let's say if you would like to add multiple searches, you would like to club multiple keywords, you can go to this feature called advanced search, where you can enter your multiple keywords. You can use the operator and or not so that you can club the searches. Another thing is that when you are looking for the keywords, so for example, when I'm looking for statements like this way, if I'm looking for a result, so you will say that this is a single word, but the platform is going to give you these as a different keyword because they're going to read the space. So whenever you are talking about an exclusive article which should have the single word, you can use this search trick wherein you can put inverted commas like this to your article so that it locks your keyword and it will give the result for a single result instead of separating out the keywords. First thing. Second thing is that all the participants can just click on the sign in option on the top right hand side corner. And this sign in feature is a place where you can sign up with your personal account. You can create a new account. You can use an existing account which you have created, or if you want, you can also authorize your Gmail account so that you can access this particular platform outside the campus also using a Gmail ID. So you do not have to have a multiple username and a password. Now, because I have my personal account created, I will just log into my account and then just click on sign in button so that it will show my name on the right hand side corner, and this will become my personal account. And the reason I'm requesting the participants to have your personal account for a simple reason is this, that when you're searching the articles on this platform, there must be good amount of journals and articles you want to save. So instead of saving it on your laptop or some other places, there is an inbuilt folder on the cloud platform on the EBSCO. So all you need to do is just select the article, and every article has a blue color box with a plus sign. Just click on the blue box, it will turn out to yellow in color, and then you can see the folder button wherein all the articles are added. Now in this session, I added few articles to my folder. So you can see all the articles are there in my folder. There are 5 articles which I've added, and these 5 articles are there in this folder. So if they are faculty members, they can do is they can select all the articles at a one go, and there's an email button. Just select the email button and you can share these articles to your students instantly. So you do not have to download it. Just click on email. Email from is EBSCO, but that can be changed to your personal email ID. Email to, you can add your student's email ID by a semicolon, the subject and the comment, and you can click on send and you can share this article to the students. The next part we have is the publication place, where the users can find out all the journals and magazines as per your interest. So if you know the name of a journal, you can select through the alphabetical order, or you can go through the subject part, or you can put any word. So for example, I do not know the name of a journal, but I know it's talking about the interior design. So the moment I put interior, I found 23 journals and the magazines which are related to the subject. And you can see the archive. So some are from 1999, some are from 2008. So this is how you can see the name of a journal or a magazine that is there. And if you would like to get the update for these journals and magazines, all you need to do is just click on the platform, and then you can set up the alert by click on the share button and then the email alert that you will talk about. So I hope this makes the doubts clear about the platform. Now I would just take you all to another interesting feature of the platform, and I would still appreciate, in case if I'm not able to share the things properly, please use the chat option for your questions. And because of interest of time, I have to take you to the next module. And this next module, we call it is the EBSCO mobile app. So what I'm going to do for the users is this. I am logging to my EBSCO mobile app, and I'll show you how the EBSCO mobile app you can access. So EBSCO mobile app is again a very simple feature which we have introduced, customized for the users. And what users need to do for EBSCO mobile app is this, that you can go to your mobile app. So if you're using an Android phone, if you're using an iPhone, you can go to the iOS or you can go to the App Store and you can download the EBSCO mobile app. And the moment you download the EBSCO mobile app, this is how the mobile app will be downloaded for you. Now, for the first time, what users need to do is they have to register on this mobile app. Now, what register means, that when you come to this mobile app feature, you will see this link called Get Started. Just click on Get Started and you'll have this option to search the name of your institute or use my location. Now, right now, since we are not in the campus, so we will use the institute by name. So what I'll do is I'll just enter the name. So the moment I entered the name, I found the name of my institute, Sharda University. So I will select Sharda University, and you can see it's asking me to connect to my institute. So if you are in the campus through the IP authentication, you can connect it directly. Otherwise, what you can do is you can just click on continue, and remember the ID password which you have created for your personal login through the EBSCO platform. You can use the ID password over here. So what I'll do is I will use my demo ID over here. So what I'm doing is I'm using my demo ID in the Sharda account, and you will see my name on the screen, which means that now I'm logged into the Sharda's University's access. So now whatever I would like to search on the platform, I can search over here on this platform. And there are only 3 features which are very useful on the platform. The first feature, you can see the magnifying glass. Magnifying glass allows you to access the kind of content that you're looking forward from your mobile app. So for example, you're looking to get a content very randomly, you just enter the keyword and you will see the articles you're going to get through the peer reviewed or full text. So if you say that I'm looking for full text article, you can simply select full text articles, and you will have only the full text articles for the keyword which you've entered. And I'm sorry, I've entered the wrong spelling of design, so I just corrected. So I will just go with design, and the moment I enter the keyword called design, I will have the results for my keyword called design, and all these are the full text one. Now what you do is you can just click on the title of your article and you can open the article, and then you can read the abstract along with the details for this article. Now imagine if you would like to download or read the PDF, you see there's a blue color link. Just click on the blue color link so you can read the PDF of this article, and you have the audio of this article that you can read. And very interesting feature. For example, I am a faculty member. I want to share this article to one of my group members. I will share this article instantly through this arrow button on the right hand side corner. Just click on the arrow and you will have the option to select. So you can share through the WhatsApp, Facebook, Gmail, wherever you want, you can share this article. So for example, I would like to share this article to WhatsApp. I will click on the WhatsApp page and I will share this article to the WhatsApp to one of my colleague, and this article has been shared to the colleague through the WhatsApp part. Now if you like this article, you will see there's a like symbol. Just click on the like symbol and this will turn out to be red in color, which means this article has been added to your personal folder, and this is the same personal folder which we saw on the mobile on the desktop also. Now, this is how the users can sign up for the account. And let's say if you're a first time user and if you have any problem with the mobile app, you will see there's a last icon called the human figure. Just click on the human figure and you can create your account over here, your personal account, or you can log into your personal account to sign in feature also. And if you have any problem with the app, you can simply click on send feedback and you can use the Gmail, mail, Outlook, whatever that you have to access the problem, and then it will take your mobile configuration like this. I'm using my iPhone 6s, so it has got my phone details over here, and then it has taken the mobile support. So you can enter your query that dear support, I am not able to log into the account, kindly help. And then you can just, so if I just click on this, dear support, please find the issue regarding my mobile app, and you can share this to your support so that they can help you up with your mobile app issue. And this is how the users can access the mobile app. And once you come back, you are back on the link and you can access the platform. Please understand, whatever personal account that you have created over here and the personal account you will create on mobile app is the same account, and both are similar ones. You can access the same details on the platform and on the mobile app. They don't have to be the different one. There has to be the same account only. Okay. So with this, I will take a pause over here and I would request users if they have any question or a doubt before I wind up the session.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Is it Neelam, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So Neelam, ma'am, I'm done from my session, and I would request you, ma'am, that if you have any questions coming directly to you, you can either share the
Okay, sir.
questions to me. And there was one question that came from Mr. Rajkumar Goswami. Sir, I'm sorry I missed out on this. Sir, your ebooks are only for 7 days and you have to resave it because this is internally done from your library part. So they have set up the link for 7 days. So that's the reason it's there only for 7 days. So once you download the book, it's for 7 days, and then you have to re-download the book for another days.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Great, thank you. So any other questions?
Any other question, students? Sir, I think कोई query नहीं है अब. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. There is a question. Somebody
हाँ.
has asked a question right now.
I think. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
आई थिंक सर कि अब कोई क्वेरी नहीं है किसी की.
Okay, so ma'am, if there are no queries right
थैंक यू
now,
सो मच सर.
and, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, just last thing, ma'am.
थैंक यू, सच ए वंडरफुल सेशन सर. बहुत सारी चीजें क्लियर हुई.
Sure, thank you. Ma'am, just one last thing, just I would like to check if we have a time, ma'am, because it's only two. So I would just like to play a quiz with all the participants. This will take maximum 10 minutes if it's allowed, ma'am. If this time allows, can we just have that quiz?
ओके सर.
Thank you. So, what I would request all the participants is please just go to your mobile phone and just type kahoot.it. So, you do not have to download anything. Please do not download anything. Just go to your mobile phone into your browser and just type Kahoot, Kahoot, kahoot.it, and you will get the first link which will say enter game pin. So please check your screen. I'm sharing a game pin on the screen. So you just have to enter the game pin and then it will ask you for your name. And believe you me, all the participants who will participate in this quiz and they will win the quiz, they are going to get an interesting e-certificate from EBSCO. So I would request the people to please spare another 10 minutes and participate. So what you need to do is you can see there's a quiz pin on your screen. So go to this kahoot.it and select the link Kahoot game pin. Enter your name. Like I found the first participant, Mr. Tushar. Congratulations for joining, sir. So Surbi ma'am has joined. And I would also tell you that people, you do not have to type anything in the Kahoot. I will show you the questions on the screen and you will get 4 different colors option on your mobile phone. So you just have to select the right color option. Do not type anything. Every question has got 20 seconds and the fastest finger round is this. So person who will give the answer fastest, he would be the winner. So we can just see there are 5 people who have joined us. Maybe let's see, maybe some more can join us. All right, wonderful. So we have got Somik, Akash, we have got Amit, Neelam Narang, Surbi, and Tushar. And I would also request the winners, whoever are the winners, the first, second, and third rank winners, please give me your email ID in the chat box so that I can share you your certificates. So we have got Akanksha who has joined. Wonderful. Believe you me, in this is very interesting. And if my faculty members are there, I would appreciate you can please take a note of Kahoot and you can have this quiz played in your classes also. So we have got 9 players right now. So we can start with the quiz. Remember, every question will have 4 different colors. You have to select the right color option and 20 seconds for each question. So the first question is how to access EBSCO host. You have 4 colors. You have to select the correct link. So we have got 6, 7 answers right now. 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and great. We have got 10 answers. So we have, let's see. All right. So we have got Akanksha who is leading the game. Congratulations. Let's have the second quiz question. All right. Remember the HTML articles we have in EBSCO. So the HTML articles give you what feature? I do not have the habit of reading, but I love listening. So what feature is very interesting for Kahoot in HTML articles? All right, 2 seconds, 1 second left, and the fastest finger round is over. Wow, they have got 8 participants. And very good. Congratulations, Akanksha ma'am. You are leading the game. And I also see the gentleman Akash who was approaching you. We have the third question. To search the exact face. Remember, if I have to find the article, I have to put a specific symbol so that the article comes to the exact face. Okay, wonderful. So we'll have the another question round. Okay, great. So we have got Harshit who has come to the second position. That's wonderful. All right, we have 2 search tricks. This I guess everybody would be able to answer. You can find the results to 2 different ways. Remember the multiple search screens. All right, 6 answers, 7 answers. We have got 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. And let's see. Okay, great. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, great. So Harshit has all the way made to the position. Second last question. How do you get update regarding the recent additions to the articles? Remember your personal email ID. So the update comes to you directly. What feature is that? Okay, we have got five answers. People, I guess you all have missed out that feature. This was you have to have your personal email ID and set up the function. Okay, wonderful. Yes, that's the email alert feature. Okay, let's see. Oh God, wonderful. So we can see the drastic change. Akanksha ma'am was on the top. Now she has reached for the third rank. And the last question, why it is required to search EBSCO database? Yeah, that is something interesting, I'm sure. Remember, full text articles, peer reviewed articles, the authentic articles, Google is an open access. Anybody can give the articles. But remember the trusted sites, only the people from the expertise can give the article. So it's a right article. Okay, wonderful. We have got the six right answers. And let's see who is the winner. So I can see we have got Mr. Jethalal as a third rank holder, Tushar as the second rank, and who has got the man of the series match. All right, wonderful. Congratulations, Mr. Harshit, for winning this. We have got Akanksha on the fourth rank and Vibha on the fifth rank. Please, all the participants, one, two, three, four, five, please put your email IDs with your name in the chat box so that I can get you your e-certificates. And thank you, Neelam ma'am, for your time and arranging this session. Thank you all participants and the faculty members for taking out this time and having me on this session. It was a wonderful experience with you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And ma'am, please do let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to assist you on that part, ma'am.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe and you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.